Hey everyone, hope everybody's doing okay today. Thank you so much for being here. I was just thinking back, I was reminiscing today, and over a year ago, around this time last year, my whole family, we had just gotten back from the Florida Keys, and we came back well rested and relaxed, but we brought back a little bit of a souvenir. Last year, we all had COVID, and we were all stuck in the house and trapped in COVID for 10 days. So I lost my scent, and everything was just crazy. I was feeling really, really crappy. But that was a year ago, and I just remember I was trying to be creative when I first, got better, and I was out of quarantine, and my smell started coming back ever so slightly. I was trying to be creative and figure out some videos I could do, and one of those was my 10 favorite or my favorite fragrances that are on my wish list. And I know you guys probably have a wish list too. I'm sure if you're like me, I'm in my notes on my iPhone. I keep a list of fragrances that have caught my eye or that I see you guys out there talking about. Fragrances that I know that I just really want to get, and for whatever reason, you get busy, money is a priority, you're paying bills and things like that. You either forget to get them, you don't have time, or they're really, really high-end fragrances. And unfortunately, a lot of the fragrances I want are really on the high end, and a lot of them really tend, if you know this channel and you know me, tend to lean towards the gourmandish, in nature. So a lot of these are fit for winter and fall, but I've got 10 in mind, and I just wanted to share them with you because I thought it would be fun. But more importantly, if you guys have gotten your nose in some of these fragrances, let me know what you think about them. But I also want to hear your list. Like, what are some of the fragrances that are on your wish list? It doesn't have to be for this fall or winter. It could just be for any time. Fragrances that you're just dying to get, you really want them. You can list 5, you can list a couple, list of 10, but I want to hear down in the comments what are some of your favorites, and tell me why. What are you excited about? Why do you want these fragrances? So without any further ado, let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun. So I made a list just so I wouldn't forget here, but the first one I've been dying to get, and I even think appeared in the last video over a year ago. Still haven't gotten it. Someone's made me an amazing offer on it. I just have to take them up on it, but I eventually will. But the first one is from Scents of Wood, and it's Plum and Cognac. I remember the first time hearing about this at Scent Explorer, which is coming up this December. I remember hearing all the fragrance YouTubers and all the influencers talking about that fragrance, and I think there was like 4 or 5 that, just when they were asked straight up what their favorite fragrance was, if they had to pick one, a bunch of them picked Plum and Cognac. And so that is definitely on my list. I definitely want to get that one pretty quickly. I love the notes in there. You've got plum, rum, cinnamon, vanilla, the Peru balsam, giving it a little bit some nice ambery, woody aspects coming from the balsam. So I know I don't have a scent of this one, so I don't know what it smells like, but just based off the reviews, based off what other people say, I think this one's going to be right up my alley, and I love, love, love the scent of plum in fragrances, so that's why I think it'd be right up my alley. It is a fall and winter fragrance. It is pretty high. I think I saw it on Perfumology for $240. I got a little bit of a better offer than that, so I'm hoping to score that one. And this one came out in 2020. What I noticed is they made a lot of amazing fragrances that Scott Aromatico personally wants in his collection. From 2018 to 2020, they made a lot of really great compositions that are on my list. There's 1 or 2 that are, from a different time, but for the most part, in those 2 years, that 2-year window is where a lot of my fragrances are. The next one on my list, number 2. Now, this one won't be a blind buy for me like Plum and Cognac. And by the way, those of you who have Plum and Cognac, is it worth it? Do you love it? What do you rate it? Is it worth me getting? Number 2 on my list, and I do have a decant of this one. I bought it a while back. I use it sparingly. I also have a lot of clones and a lot of dupes of this one because of how expensive this fragrance is. But I fell in love with Tom Ford Lost Cherry the moment I got my nose on it. It is so good, guys. It's got lots of cherry. It's got almond. It's got liqueur. It's got that plum note again. Tons of vanilla in there. You've got the cinnamon and the creamy sandalwood, guys. I really, really want that fragrance. Now, the problem is for like a 1.7, it's like under $400, and like a 3.3, it's like under 600. So it's really expensive. Hopefully, maybe I can find a bottle on down the line that's in my price range, because I would really, really love to get that one. It's just so good. It works so well in the wintertime. It's the perfect date night scent. I get about 6 to 8 hours on my skin when I wear my decant. And it's just so intoxicating. It's very seductive, very sensual. So 2018, that one came out. like I said, I've got a sample and it's just amazing. So that one is definitely on my wish list, a little bit up there in price. Wish Tom Ford would come just a little bit down on it, but I get it. It's high demand for that one. All right, next one. Now this one came out in 2008. This is from the house of Amouage. I do also have a decant of this one as well, and this one is called Jubilation 25. Man, guys, I love this fragrance so much. There's so much beautiful citrus in there, but the note that I really, really love is the blackberry note. That blackberry note is so good mixed with the honey and the cinnamon. It's just absolutely intoxicating. I think it's a great scent to wear anywhere, whether it's in the office, whether it's to a date or a party. You can wear this fragrance in the fall and winter just about anywhere because it is so gorgeous. I think it's very mass appealing, and I think it's really well blended and well done. I think you can get it for like, $300 on up. Now, depending on where you look, I know there's some places that have partial bottles every once in a while. Some people, do decants and swaps and stuff, but, for the most part, it's right around that $300 range. So I'm really hoping to get a bottle of that this year. It is high on my list, and it has been for a while, ever since I bought my first decant. It's so good. I love Reflection Man, but Jubilation 25 is definitely on the list. All right, guys, next one is from the house of Initio. I do not have enough fragrances from the house of Initio Parfums. They make so many good ones, guys, from Rehab. But the one I'm really talking about is Oud for Greatness. And like that bottle, guys, look at that bottle. It's so beautiful. That bottle alone, a lot of my fragrances are on the shelves like trophies, and that is a beautiful trophy to have. I love the scent, guys. Oud can be very medicinal and overpowering and sometimes off-putting, but not this one. This one is just so good. It's got this, I don't know, kind of reminds me of like the vanilla tobacco that my grandpa used to smoke in his pipes. It just has that beautiful, I know there's not tobacco in there per se, but it just has that almost vanilla-like scent mixed with that oud. It just smells so good. You've got the saffron, there's a little bit of freshness coming from lavender, and who knows, maybe that sweetness I like is coming from the nutmeg. I don't know, but it's just really good. I know there's patchouli in there, and I kind of think it's it's more or less the patchouli that kind of smells more chocolatey, than the other kind. But it's just so good, guys, and it's another fall and winter. You guys got it kind of getting the vibe here. I really like gourmandish fall, winter, kind of heavy, dark, beautiful scents, and a lot of these happen to be in that category. I do have a sample. It's almost out. So I need to go ahead and buy this bottle pretty quick. I do have a few clones of it as well that are very, very close, and I wear them quite frequently, but I would love to have a bottle of Oud for Greatness. This one came out in 2018 as well, and man, that thing's around $400. Now, a lot of these fragrances I can get from my very own link. I have a link for Venba, and Venba has a lot of these fragrances. If you follow my link to any of these fragrances that you see here, guys, you can get 10% off, so make sure you follow the link. And that's where I get a lot of my niche fragrances once I have the money to do so. So definitely check out Venba Fragrances because they have Oud for Greatness down there. A lot of these they have, Lost Cherry, Amouage, so many good ones, guys, so definitely check them out. All right, next on my list, guys, so many of you have been telling me about this one. Again, I have this as a sample as well. This one is from the house of Kilian. I don't have very many Kilian fragrances. I have one full bottle, the rest are all cans, and I have a decant of this one. It's called Angel Share. Man, this one is so good. Price a little bit pricey. I think for a 1.7 it's like $200 on up, but man, I love the presentation. I love how it looks like, like a flask or like a glass that your whiskey would come in. Guys, this fragrance is so boozy and so gorgeous and just so good. It has so much body to it and so much depth. You've got the cognac and you've got the beautiful vanilla and praline in there. It's just so gorgeous. Cinnamon, man, absolutely amazing, guys. Just creamy sandalwood and a little bit of oak in there, a little bit of, give it a nice little smoky vibe, like it's been in an oak barrel. And I've heard Kilian does age a lot of their fragrances in oak. Don't know if that's true. Comment down below if that is. But guys, just absolutely amazing, intoxicating scent, perfect for the fall and winter. And I get a lot of nice scent trail from it. Get about 6 to 8 hours on my skin whenever I've worn my sample. So definitely on my list. This one came out in 2020. Just so good, guys. All right, another one that everyone always tells me to get is from the house of Raja. Everybody's always telling me about Creation E or Enigma. I've got to get that one, guys. Got to get that one. Again, this one came out in 2019. It's that short window where a lot of amazing fragrances were being made from 2018, to 2020. So many good ones, guys. Again, you guys are starting to find out a lot of the fragrances I like have a nice little boozy quality. This one's got cognac, vanilla, some cardamom, absolutely amazing, sandalwood, and tobacco as well. And who doesn't love a good tobacco fragrance at the winter time? I have not gotten my nose on this one, so this would be a blind buy. Do you guys think it's worth it? Should I have this one in my collection? Let me know down in the comments below. I know this one's $300 on up. Again, I know there's some fragrance swap places or partial bottles where you can get this. I definitely would like to score this fall and winter. All right, here's one in my collection that's a little bit more affordable. I still don't have, I do have a sample. I still don't have Pasha de Cartier by Cartier. The EDP in particular, man, I really, really want this fragrance because I know how good it smells. And for $100 plus, I feel like this is niche quality. Do you guys agree with that statement? Do you think Pasha de Cartier EDP is niche quality? I really think it is, and it's so good, and it's a crime. After all these years being in this business of reviewing fragrances, I still don't have a full bottle after 2 years, but it's so good, guys. There's sandalwood, liqueur. You see, guys, I love a lot of boozy fragrances. Vanilla, some nice leathery aspects, some smokiness, and just some nice woody vibes. It's just a really, really cozy, warm, elegant, really great fragrance. Again, I have a sample, and it's absolutely amazing, and perfect fall winter scent. This one is more in my realm of possibility, so I think that's probably the one I'll be getting sooner than later. All right, guys, coming down the home stretch. Thanks for sticking this long. I've always wanted to get something from Kajal. I can't believe I don't have anything yet. So the first one I put on my list is Kajal Homme II. That's the one I really, really want. Came out in 2021. I think you can find it for right around $200. I think Venba may carry it. I'd have to check and see. But guys, I like this fragrance. I think it's the most versatile on the list. Yeah, so I think you can wear this one all year round because there's lots of citrus. There's a nice peach note in there, cinnamon, lavender, giving it that gentlemanly quality, and then of course that creamy sandalwood, and just some sweet notes, very musky. I definitely want to try that fragrance. It would be a blind buy for me, guys. Do you think it's worth it? And what if you were to buy your very first Kajal fragrance? Which one would you buy first? Would you get Lamar? Would you get the original? Comment down below and tell me your absolute favorite Kajal, because I've never bought anything from there, and they are high up on my list and come highly recommended from some very, very great people that I know. So let me know down below, guys. It definitely would be a blind buy for me. Any one of those would be. Next on my list, another blind buy. I just love the reviews. I love what people are saying. I love the hype. I want to get that Tygar by Bulgari, man. I know it's a freshie. I know it's in Broxton heavy. I know it's got that grapefruit top. And it doesn't sound like it'd be anything very, very much groundbreaking. But from when I hear everybody talk about it, they said it's the best in Broxton forward fragrance they've ever bought. And so many people are saying so many good things. It's just that the price is like out of my range, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't try to get it if I could find it at a good price. So I'm always keeping my eye online, always at night surfing the web and just looking for deals. So Tygar is on my list because I've heard so many good things. I'm definitely intrigued. What do you guys think about Bulgari Tygar? Last but not least, guys, one that makes my list all the time. I don't know why I don't pull the trigger. You can pick up like a 1.3 for like 125 bucks. Ambre Nui is still on my list, and I have a decant of it that I don't use that much. It's a beautiful rose fragrance, but it also has this gourmandish vibe. Sometimes it kind of reminds me of a root beer float. It's got that nice grapefruit. It's got that pink pepper, the patchouli in there. I think just is what's making it have that sweet smell, and just got those woody nuances. It's definitely a fragrance that's on my list, and I want to get very soon. I keep saying that. I've been saying that for 2 years that I want it, but it's still on my wish list, guys. All right, there you have it. That's it. Let me, in the comments down below, give me your wish list. I'd love to see, because you guys always give me good ideas. I'm always surprised and intrigued by what motivates you and what fragrances you guys like. So let me know down in the comments down below. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time here, I really appreciate it. I'd love to hear what you guys are wishing for this fall and winter and coming into the new year. So leave your comments below. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Do you like the vibes? It's just laid back, hang loose vibes. No judgment here, just having fun, guys. So thank you for being here. If you want to be a part of my fragrance family, hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell notifications off to the side, and I hope to see you in my next video. I hope wherever you're at, guys, you're finding peace and happiness, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace, love, and ciao.